Rob, 10 years to the day, the journey started in the Premiership, and tonight it's another magical night, isn't it? You know, a lot to be proud of.
Oh, I sometimes say to players, I don't know how they do something sometimes. I say that, obviously I do. You know, we work very hard and we practice the things they do. But sometimes, you know, when you feel the momentum of the game shift against you, like it has in both the Bristol and the Northampton game, but they stick in there fighting and they believe in what they're doing and they come through it. You've just got to say there's something very special there, and I think we saw another one of those performances tonight.
We saw two lads that were there on that start of the journey really deliver tonight, along with three debutants as well. Lots of positives.
It's fantastic. We've just been in the change room, and obviously Yendel says, come on, congratulations to the guys making their debuts, Tom Price and Alfie Petch, Corey Baldwin. And I said, let's not forget we've got another little milestone here tonight. Let's congratulate Phil Dolman and Gareth Steenson on playing a game 10 years to the day, the first Premiership game of rugby for Exeter. And those kind of things are fantastic. They're just things that add to the story, aren't they? And that's what it feels like. It feels like this group of players are writing a special story at the moment.
And you talked about the character up at Bristol. You've seen it again in spades tonight.
I think we are seeing fantastic character, and I think what that shows is that the guys do have a genuine belief that these games are important. They're really worth something. There's quality there as well, which obviously helps. But they really do believe that these games are worth winning and they're worth fighting for. And actually, I think when we talk about the physical stats again, just like the Bristol game, just like the Worcester game, I think our physical stats will be fantastic again. And that's what I'm most pleased with. You know, again, if we'd have narrowly lost today because the Saints had something at the end, I could have still been just as pleased with our work rate and our endeavour and our graft. And that, to me, is what's kind of holding this whole group together.
And obviously it leads nicely into Wednesday night, Gloucester. This group now, as a whole, is in a great place.
It is. Still got to be careful that we actually get enough minutes into them. And I know I keep saying this. You know, I think we suffered a bit today with lack of game minutes in some of those players. And what we've got to make sure we do is we get enough game minutes into the right group of players for them to be absolutely firing in a European quarter-final. And then hopefully we've got to hope that, you know, we've got bigger games down the path now, whether that be in Europe or in the Premiership. You know, we've got to work very hard to make sure we're in exactly the right nick and bang on order to get that done.
Rob, you've had plenty of people say, is this a marker for the European quarter-final? Is it?
You know, as I said, I don't really think so. I think if we'd have lost a Premiership game to Northampton, we would have liked to have thought we could reverse things in a European quarter-final. And no doubt Northampton will feel the same. And as I said before, we're going to guard against the complacency of this win and thinking the job's done massively, because there's never a job done in a European game. There's never a job done in a Premiership game. And we've got to be prepared to talk about it, and we've got to be prepared to work very hard to make sure that complacency doesn't slip in.